Okay, so, here I go, or, whatever I'm trying to say will certainly come as a thing eventually. Now, I think that's how it works, right? If it doesn't work like that, then I have no idea. But I think that's how it's supposed to work. I will train another hunter. So once I get all these shop things set up again, I should say. At that point, it's time to grab the zing. I might have to set up a different area to start building suburbans, because this area it's got 30 houses on it, and I think it's pretty full at this point. Kind of hard to, you know, have things there if there's no more space. I'm not even trying to. I want a tank. Build up 100 of those, and got the random other stuff that's not too terribly scouts, because why not? So there was actually like an announcement or whatever that they're gonna be adding the PvP, ranked PvP or whatever. So that's always nice to hear. It's gonna be like a whole like UI revamp and everything. That's what the announcement said, so we'll see how that goes. I think it's gonna be the proposed UI changes look good. And everyone has started leveling up the basic trooper for some reason. I don't know why. But, I mean, I might as well do that, right? Got nothing over there. I think there's nothing up here. Yes, there's nothing up here. And I will check the ocean. There will be nothing as well. There is, in fact, something. Okay. Can only have 3 ignorable units per battle. Really nice to have a Tesla boy, or, you know, electric fence, but a boy, and I think I've said this at least once before. Really nice to have an ignorable ocean blocking unit or whatever that can also attack if need be to make it less bad in general combat. So all these things might be insane for the bosses, they're kind of useless anywhere else. Tanking quite a few hits here. I always appreciate. Hard focus is something that is effectively useless to target. Always good to see that. Of course, as soon as the next depth charge hits, everything will die, or everything will survive. There is no between. It's either good or bad. This boat's probably dead. Yep, that boat is definitely dead. Needs to get hit with a stiff roots and it will die. More specifically, it will just die on its own either way. But enemy might help it along further. If that's the case, then yeah. I do need to make sure to use this attack, even if they are going to damage, because that SP splits. 626. It's SP. Anyways, time to head over and at these mammoths and find trooper, basic trooper, somewhere in here. I swear he's somewhere. There he is. I mean, he's rank 4 already, so this cost now is probably. It probably does. This and everything will be good to go. Because the sandworm drills are very good against critters. Just against, you know, doing high damage to critters as long as they don't dodge. Makes them an excellent tool. Assist with the stuff. Now, I'm not sure why everyone is suddenly ranking up the basic trooper. I may as well join the bandwagon, right? Get on that train. Not to mention, it also looks like basic trooper will only take a couple battles to hit rank 5, and it'll be free XP as well. So why shouldn't I go for it? Why shouldn't I? Although it will take time to actually promote it after it's done. Something else they announced with the PvP announcement or whatever. There's going to be an amazing feature known as SP Bank, something like that. And said SP Bank will allow SP gains from somewhere to banked and then effectively spent on any unit you want. I think it's like SP from PvP though, I don't know exactly the details. But it would make sense, because you know PvP doesn't like give straight up SP itself as far as I'm aware. That would be a thing, I don't know. So, see that's the that 80 damage thing right there is the one issue with sandworm drill sometimes. Sometimes it'll hit, but it won't do any damage really. I mean, it still does damage. 80 on a great hit is actually quite a lot, but it's still a great hit, so it's still pretty bad. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna add to the raptor nest. fight. This raptor encounter does not have any SP in it. This one also doesn't have any SP in it. Okay, whatever. Fight the raptor encounter and get maybe a little bit of SP. But this doesn't look like it's a great encounter for SP. See, 80 SP there, 92 there. See how this one goes. This one is slightly more SP. 100. Yeah, I think it's actually about the same as the mammoth encounter, isn't it? Except they're one-shottable. And it's not the same as the mammoth encounter, it's slightly worse. Slightly worse. Now the plan here is to now simply attack until they die. Great hit until it dies. Still. And hopefully that gets enough SP for the trooper, which it does. So it's time to promote the guy. Soldiers, where is he? He's over here. Promote. That's still a pretty cheap promotion cost, aside from the 2-day promotion timer. Which it didn't take 2 days to promote some units. Because some units are not, This is a long time to be locked out of doing any promotions and stuff. I mean, it's not too terrible, but it's still annoying. It's still annoying. That's what matters in my book. Sort of the thing. So now that I've got that unit promoted, what else is there to... I mean, I've obviously got other soldiers to work on. I could do these guys. I might as well do those guys. We've got more critters out here in the land of critter land. Go for the... I'm just gonna see if I can just use a bunch of drills here and bring with me engineer. Is this guy gonna... I'll bring with me one of these. Now there's a lot more boars in this combat, so I might have to retry. They're not doing too much damage yet. And there's always a crit chance. And a gray hit chance, of course. This is the exact time where I'll use this thing. And it will actually kill it. Alright, these things are not quite as durable as I'd like against the boars. 234 health is still not too bad, but it could go worse. And unlike the trooper, this guy takes quite a bit more SP to promote. There's another guy that can be used, but he is kind of bad. Let's demonstrate just how bad this guy is. If I can find him here. These guys. These guys are gonna... They have to be on the front line to attack, I think. It's the real rough part. I mean, I could definitely go for farming the SP on those guys, but why would I want to do that? Alright, do here is we'll put down a couple fences, go to soldiers, put one of these guys in the back row, and we'll pretend like this formation will allow this guy to gain a good amount of SP, which it will, but he's not gonna be attacking. Boars are really wrecking the fences though. Like, I hate how much damage they're doing to the fences. And they just won't leave this fence alone either. Yeah, so we can't attack with that guy. And the fences are kinda screwed over, but I mean, he's definitely only rank 1, so he needs very little SP. If I could, actually, I'll put down these. These are actually really good to have here. The things. We'll go for this. I say sandworm drills are good, but then they look at this thing and it does just as much damage as the sandworm drill to 3 tiles. Realize there's a vast gap between free-to-play units, boss strike units. Of course, these are rank 7, but you know, the way scaling works for the boss strike units is they start off at like 50 health and then they scale all the way up through levels. I don't know, the drills are still good because I can build a lot of them. Alright. That is another unit promoted. Let's head for another round of whatever I'm doing here. This guy probably takes more SP. This guy is probably, I mean, I feel like this guy might actually be good to have. If it's, it might be good to have. This guy's probably, I don't know. What else am I working? I could bring the flame trooper. No, okay, I'm not bringing the flame trooper. Flame trooper is bad. Really bad. Bring the arsonist and like I am to him ever. Pretend like it, but you know, I'm using him right now, so obviously. Bad I can't farm my weak units up if they are in the presence of strong enemy units. The Raider encounters, they've got so much backline firepower, you know, backline damage potential. It's really not viable to bring anything that has less than 200 health on your mid to back line against them. Something like that. Same goes for the Silver Wolves. And I'm out of boars. I am out of boars. Which means there's only one final place to go, and that's the Raptors or the Bigfoot land or the world map of mammoths. Realistically, I don't feel like doing the Raptors because they kind of suck. So, at this point, what I'll do is I will remove this Raider Scout because he's right here on my... right here. Don't want him right here. And we'll pretend like I am doing a job. Work on the sandworms a little bit, maybe. Or the fences. Or, you know, any number of other units that I have that I need to promote, which are not nearly as easy as the random basic trooper. Yeah, I don't know. Acid. Attack. Sandworm is very good at single target. It's painful looking at how little the SP bar moves on the Nomad. But then if you were to ever do naval combat, you'd see the SP bar move even less. Even less, because naval combat is just that great. I wonder if the banked SP from PvP can be put towards naval units. If it can, that would be amazing. Because then I'd have to do less naval to get my naval. Well, it's about the same as the Nomad, I guess, but it's still naval combat, so it still sucks a lot. The old naval classic naval powerboat experience. It's not as bad as some powerboat hits I've seen. Still not great. Still not great. Let's do that. I'm actually pretty close here on, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this fight much. I will speedrun it if possible, but there's no speedrun naval. Always takes forever. Naval is designed slow. Designed. But, you know, maybe if I rank up the boats a lot, then they will not be slow. Actually be fast. Alright, but that's not gonna very easily. Go for the classic. I want to get rid of these. Alright, I'm going to use this attack now because I want to. Damage to the front hull. Or damage to I would like to dominate. Or damage to you like to not lose. Because naval is cool like that. Surviving with 1 health. Also very cool. More damage to that one boat. if I had to guess, the next attack would be more damage to that one bow. And it's not even enough SP to close the gap there. Of course it's not enough SP to close the gap. Why would there ever be enough SP to close any gaps in this game? Alright, I'm gonna go for the eliminating as many power boats as possible approach. Let's see how well that goes. More power boats. Everyone loves to see it. I know I do. Because it means more chances to take critical damage. Chances to die. Not sure how breach works there, but we're not sure how that managed to breach for 7 damage, but you know. Just give a lot of SP. A whole lot. So I can't collect any of the steel, I can't collect that. I guess I'm very close to being able to collect that much steel, but I would need to lose a unit, and I don't feel like losing a unit. Oh wait, there is actually something I can do. I can take and a Bowie or a Pelican. It's all 700 steel. Why don't I just build another one of these? I'll collect the steel, and I will be near capacity. Yeah. Okay. What else here? I'm gonna do one final battle in this, because one final battle sounds like a good plan to me. We shall obliterate the sandworms with their own acid. Own kind. Now that sandworm might die to the acid, but if it doesn't, then that will be a little bit annoying. Okay, looks like it does. Looks like it does die to the acid. Like so. Alright, we will freeze this. We'll use the acid, because that will do a massive amount of damage. It's the electric fence, because that will also do a good amount of damage. And it needs the SP. And I'll use the other electric fence just because I can. And in the end, get some SP. However, I think that's good enough. I talked about what I wanted to talk about, I think. Probably. Did I talk about the PvP thing that's coming up, apparently? Or that might be out even by the time this is out? I think I did. I do recall talking about it, so if that is the case, then that is what yeah, that is that. end of this, and goodbye. Have a good day, yada yada, so on and so on.